Hi there folks, and welcome to another online maths tutorial from Rigor Maths. So this is our third and final video in our gold module for MNU 207B. So your heading in your Rigor Jotters today is going to be calculating mental percentages. So this is actually a really important numerical skill, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to cover a few of these mental percentages, which I really want you to put a big effort into learning. And these ideas are obviously built on when you get to third level numeracy, but the important thing is to learn these second level percentages very well. And percentages are used all the time in everyday life, whether it's discounts in a shop or what have you. So it's really important that you actually master these skills. So the first one we've been asked here in our example board is to calculate 50% of 20. So what we can do is we can actually represent the percentage as like a simple fraction, and then we know how to calculate a fraction of a quantity from the previous video. So to work out the fraction, we ask ourselves, how many times does my percentage go into 100? So what we do is we count up in 50s until we get to 100. So 50, 100, so that's 2 times. So therefore our fraction is going to be 1 over 2. We're going to calculate a half of 20. Now how do you calculate a half of 20? You divide by 2. You divide by the number of times that 50 goes into 100. And 20 divided by 2, of course, is 10. So let's try another one. So 25% of 16. So again, we're going to ask ourselves, how many times does my percentage go into 100? Well, let's count up. 25, 50, 75, 100. So that's 4 times exactly. So our fraction is going to be 1 over 4. So we're finding a quarter of 16. And how do we find a quarter of 16? We divide by 4. 16 divided by 4 is just going to give us an answer of 4. So again, let's try another one. So this time it looks really scary, but it's not really. 33 and a third percent of 24. So how many times does 33 and a third go into 100? Well, let's check 33 first of all. 33, 66, 99. Well, that's very close to 100, isn't it? So I'm going to guess 3 times. And if you think about it, the 3/3 add up to 1 whole. So it's 99 add 1, which gives you your 100 exactly. So 33 and a third percent is 1/3. So we're working out 1/3 of 24. And if you actually look at it, I suppose there is a subtle clue that the corresponding simple fraction is a third. I wonder if you can see it. So we get a third of something by dividing by 3, and 24 divided by 3 is 8. So our next one, this time we've got 20% of 15. So ask yourself, how many times does your percentage, which is 20, go into 100? Let's count up. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So that's 5 fingers. So 20% is 1 over 5. So we're working out a fifth of 15. So to get a fifth, we divide by 5. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. Right, let's try one more. So we've got 10% of 20. Well, how many times does 10 go into 100? So let's count up. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That's 10 times exactly. So 10% is 1 over 10. And we can calculate a tenth by dividing by 10. 20 divided by 10 is just 2. So I would definitely copy down those worked examples into your Rigor Jotters. And when you're ready, here's 10 questions to try. I want you to show the middle line showing us what the fraction is and any other working you want to show. And when you unpause the video, guys, I'm going to show you the answers to these. Okay folks, let's see how we got on with these questions. So we've got a half of 18, which is 9. We've got a quarter of 12, which is 3. We've got a tenth of 50, which is 5. A fifth of 35, which is 7. A third of 21, which is also 7. A quarter of 32, which is 8. A tenth of 90, which is 9. A third of 18, which is 6. A quarter of 24, which is going to be 6 also. And then this one we never talked about, but 1 goes into 100 times, so it's 100th of 900. So we divide by 100 to get an answer of 9. So give yourself a well-deserved tick for each correct answer, guys, and give yourself a score out of what you attempted. So that was our final video in this module. If you want to practice these skills some more, guys, and I'd thoroughly recommend it, they're very important numeracy skills. There is a homework you can download below this video, but once you've done that and you've put in some extra practice, why don't you try the checkup under exam conditions to see how much you've learned in this module.